everybody, it's Becky. Welcome back to my channel. I have a really monumental video to share with you guys. So many of you have asked me over the years for a playroom tour and organization video. Do you know why I haven't shown you that video in all of these years that I've been on YouTube? Well, I'll tell you, because it's been a mess for the last couple years, I'll just be honest. Like the worst it has ever been, because over the last couple months, we have completely reorganized both of our girls' bedrooms, which included the toys they had in their bedroom. And when we did those organizations of their rooms, we kind of took the toys out that they didn't want to keep in their rooms, but they wanted to keep them in the playroom. We kind of just threw them in there because I knew I was going to be working on the playroom next, but I still shouldn't have done that, because then when I went to organize the playroom, I just stood in the doorway and like stared at it for like 45 minutes. I didn't know where to begin. I didn't know what to do. There wasn't even enough floor space to walk into the playroom to even start organizing it. And it was overwhelming basically. So I'm really excited that it's finally finished. I wanted to take you guys along on this journey with me to show you, first of all, that every room in my house is not organized and not clean, and to show you that it can be done if you just take a little bit of time and focus on really what you've got to work with, what you want to keep in the space, and allowing room for growth. Doing those three things really does help you with any organizing project. And if I can get this playroom organized, then you can get your spaces organized as well. And don't be too hard on me about the before video. I know it's bad, but it's worth it. So stay tuned to the end so you can see how it turned out after it's all done. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. I want to show you just what we're working with in this playroom. So many of you guys have asked me over the years, like, to share my playroom tour. Well, here it is. Isn't it beautiful? Don't you wish that your playroom looked just like this? Aren't you jealous? This is the result of many months of neglect, of completely reorganizing both of my girls' rooms and putting things in here that did not go in their rooms, that they didn't want to keep in their rooms, so it was just kind of thrown in here. This is also the result of like just furniture. We moved to a different room and moved it back in here and just kind of shoved it against the wall. My grandmother, when she passed away, she had passed on her old sewing machine to my girls so they can learn to sew, which they do want to keep, but we had to make that room for that. We actually, believe it or not, this is not actually the worst. This is after I've done a few things in here. This blue tote right there used to have all of the girls' baby toys that I want to keep for their kids, and because I'm sentimental. So it was full of baby toys. I don't have anywhere to put that. I don't have an attic space that will fit that, and plus our attic, what we do have is full. It's not really even an attic, but we use it somehow I put Christmas stuff up there. But that was full of baby toys, and right now it's got chairs in it. But I actually moved the baby toys up to those two top shelves, so that actually, this is going to go out of here now, and that's going to free up some space. Also, one thing I've already done is we had two cabinets, like the Trofast from IKEA. So we had one there and one there. The one that was over here, we actually took out and put in my youngest daughter's closet for her toys. And you would have seen that if you saw my 7-year-old's room organization tour, a video, and I'll link that below in case you haven't seen it. That was on that side. We had one just like it on this side. We actually just took out a couple days ago and put it in the homeschool room, because you can actually use Trofast shelving as bookcases. So like, instead of using these storage bins that slide in on these tracks, you can actually buy the insert shelves and turn a Trofast from a bin type of a thing to a shelf. So that's what we're doing with that. So, but anyway, this is just a mess. There are stuffed animals, there's toys, games, Easter eggs, old bedroom decor, just everything everywhere. Stuff we need to get rid of, stuff we just need to reorganize that we want to keep. So let me show you from this angle. It's really hard to film a very small room, but anyway. So we have this IKEA bookshelf. We're going to keep that. We need to go through the books. We have this little stove. My youngest wants to keep that. We have like an American Girl baby bed thing, more stuffed animals, the treadmill, dollhouse. I mean, just junk everywhere. Over there in that corner, those are all like little clothes that both the girls have outgrown, that I usually keep a scrap of the fabric from. And at some point I'm planning on maybe having a quilt made of like their baby clothes. So I'm keeping those. I just need to go through it and cut out the pieces. it's a big mess, and I want to be honest with you guys and let you see the before, not just the after of everything, that this is kind of real life. This is what... So it's so bad in here. Right now, my main job and goal is to try to make somewhat of an organized pile. I use my treadmill a lot, but I'm not going to be using it now because I need that space to sort things. I'm trying to start sorting things that are here in the floor, just so I can see kind of what's out and what needs a home, or what needs to be put back where it came from. So got some blocks there, dolls, baby books I need to get rid of, a bag of trash, puzzles, just starting to sort things into categories, make some floor space, and try to kind of make sense of all of this mess. Guys, does it look any different? It took me about a week to get everything straightened up, which I was really excited about because I thought it was going to take me longer. So I wanted to share with you guys kind of the after, what I did, what I changed, what stayed the same, and just kind of give you an overall tour of the playroom. So remember this big cabinet from IKEA used to be like centered on this wall. We moved it over to the right. We have this weird little cutout kind of a wall here. So we moved it all the way to the right, and this still is where the girls keep, this is still where we keep our games that we play together as a family. Any educational game is downstairs in the homeschool room, but any just kind of fun game is up here. So we have all of our games here. We have some puzzles here, some more games there, and card games are in this little container. Larger, like Whack-A-Mole and Elephant and Hungry Hungry Hippo are in there. And then we have another little thing here which has a game and then a couple little small games, like a maze game, a tic-tac-toe game, the flash pad, the doodle board, which it's not really a game, but I put it up there anyway. And we have a little bit of extra room to grow when we get some more games. Down here in this cubby, we have the girls' magic sets, and then that little hover ball that you can kick around the house. We have their Cuba Maze game their Cuba Maze toy from Mindware, their Make Your Own Kaleidoscope, and then we just have some little like crafty things. We have Tinker Toys here in the back. We have these little things you can make, like different little animal bracelets. We have the speed stack cups, which are really fun. Easter eggs, which we keep out all year long because my youngest likes to look for Easter eggs sometimes even in the summer. So we have those. Some little character, like dress-up sets, a thing of Jack's, and then another little doll that has some little snap-on clothes. These are just blocks. We have big wooden blocks and these smaller colored Melissa and Doug blocks. This container, which these are the large containers from Target. If you have an IKEA Expedit or Calyx is what I believe they've named it now, these should still fit. These are the Target bins. IKEA also has their own bin that fits like perfectly, because I've seen so many people use like the small little boxes like this and they waste so much space because they're not as deep and they're not as tall as these bins. These fill up the entire cubby. So this one has all like musical instruments in it. This one has like baby dolls and bottles and baby blankets and all those little accessories. And then these are musical instruments too. They wouldn't fit in a box like this, so I had to just leave it open. But we've got a keyboard and then a large fold-out piano, like a floor mat. It's really neat. And then we have horses in this one. And then up here at the top, I just put all the bigger things they like to play with. They don't fit in the cubby. So, like My Little Pony Playhouses, the Barbie Jeep. Got a couple of, all of these are like little interactive animals, like dogs that roll and bark and walk and go in the bathtub and different stuff like that. So those are all up there. On the back of the door where I used to keep the dress-up shoes, I actually put all of the little tiny stuffed animals. The girls have like a gazillion like itty bitty little stuffed animals from Chick-fil-A and different Happy Meal toys and plush little fruit and just all kinds of little things. And so I put all those in the little shoe bag holes. And then at the very top, I put all of the magic wands and stuff like that that they have from Disney or different Halloween costumes and things like that. So those are all up in there in the top. Over here is my grandmother's sewing machine that she gave to my oldest daughter. Well, both girls, but my oldest daughter knows how to use it. So I had to leave it pushed over this way because this top part opens up to get the sewing machine out. So I had to leave a little bit of room on this side for that to happen. And she's got her sewing basket, and then these are all her sewing supplies. So she doesn't use the sewing machine that often. When she does, she will have to pull these out to be able to sit there and press on the knee pedal. But she doesn't use it very often, so it's okay to keep those under there for now. In this corner, we have a bean bag that is full of stuffed animals. That I did a video before about stuffed animal storage solutions, and one of those solutions was these type of things where you can just buy the cover of a bean bag and fill it with stuffed animals, and that serves as the bean bag filler. So the kids can sit on it. It's soft, it's got a handle, they can move it around, and it's a good place to keep extra stuffed animals that maybe aren't the ones they want in their bedrooms. Or even if they are the ones they want in their bedrooms. But you know, just extra stuffed animals that also provide seating. So we have one of those there. We also have this pet net here. In that same video, I did a review about one of these pet nets from Amazon. We use this just for all of these little pillows that they have. We have their neck pillows for the car, and this big like plush character pillows, and these light up pillows and all those things. All of their little decorative pillows that they don't use on a daily basis go in the pet net. This little baby bed here was mine when I was little, and my mom and dad let the girls have it here, but I don't think we're going to keep it here because they don't use it. I think we're going to take it back to their house, but for now, that's where it is. So that is in here for now. And they also have this little tiny one that you can use for Barbies. We put the big dollhouse here on this bench so she can play with it and reach it more easily. And then down here at the bottom, this is an IKEA Trofast storage system, which we had in here already. I just reorganized it. So we have Mr. Potato Head and ponies and Zuzu pets, mag formers and connects, dishes like play dishes for the stove, cars, and then train and car track sets. Those are all in there, and these are really nice because they slide in and out. They can take them in other rooms or bring them back or play with them in here. So I really love the Trofast storage systems. Of course, unfortunately, we do have the treadmill in here. If that wasn't in here, we would have a lot more room, but I do love it. I do use it, and so this is where it stays. So that does take up quite a bit of room in the corner. We just have this picture that I got at Home Goods a long time ago, and then the bookcase was here already also. I just reorganized it. So at the top, we have the karaoke machine, all of our yearbooks, my husband's, mine, and then my oldest daughter's from when she was in public school. And then we have the karaoke machine like supplies in there, so like the microphones and all the wires. So that stays up there because we hardly ever use it. This bookcase is from IKEA as well. I believe it's the Billy bookcase, and I love it. It holds a ton of books. It's really inexpensive. So we just have all the books, and then my youngest daughter has her own shelf for chapter books. My oldest daughter has these two shelves for books that are on her age level, and then we have an extra shelf. Over here is one of these, I think they call them bongo bags. It's just a zippable, a canvas kind of a bag. This is where my oldest daughter keeps her leftover, like, extra stuffed animals. I forgot to mention on the other side over there that all of the stuffed animals in that beanbag are my youngest daughter's. Like, she wants to have them accessible but not really in her room. Those are all hers. And here are the ones that my oldest daughter wants to have accessible but not necessarily in her room. So for the playroom closet, a long time ago, we took the door off because it swung out into the room and was going to take up all of this space here that you couldn't use. So we took the door off. It's in the garage, so when we move, we can put it back on. And basically, I just got these two curtain panels from Walmart a long time ago and attach them with a tension rod, and so that still makes it where we can close off the closet and some of what it looks like, but make it cute and, you know, be able to put the door back up whenever we decide to put the door back up. So the closet has changed a little bit because I have a lot of baby toys that were the girls that I want to save for their kids, just like my mom did for me and my brother. So everything up here in the top shelves are outgrown baby toys, baby books, baby toys, more baby toys. This is baby toys and stuffed animals. So all of this really is not able to be used for stuff we need now. So this is all of the dress-up shoes that we have left that fit my 7-year-old. Once she outgrows these, we're really not going to get any more because she's getting to the age where she doesn't dress up a whole lot, and she's starting to outgrow like the Disney-sized dress-up shoes and stuff. But this is all the dress-up shoes that still fit her. I have 2 different trick-or-treat little buckets here. And then this is all pretend play. So we have the little vacuum, the doctor kit, an iron, a hairdresser's kit, and then all of this is dress-up supplies. And here I just have hung up a little bag, an extra backpack. Stick horses are back here, and all of the girls' like duffel bags and little luggage and little tiny tote bags and stuff they take places are back here. This is an IKEA, I think it's called the Scoob, S-K-U-B-B. I have one of these between my washer and my dryer that I keep my ironing in. I like these because they have a metal frame, but they have flexible but durable fabric on the sides, so that they will give a little bit. As you can see, we've got a little bit of a bulge here. So this is all of the stuffed animals the girls were not interested in keeping accessible. They have all been put into Dollar Tree vacuum bags and suck the air out to make them skinny and make room for them. And then these are just animals that have little bags that go with them. And then all of this stuff is dress up. So dresses and tutus and Hawaiian skirts and even their wigs from her Halloween costume I hung on a little pant hanger and clipped them, so it looks really funny. And then down here is what we call the goodie box. Now when I was a kid we had a bag, but we had something called a goodie bag, which is basically all of those little knickknacks that kids like, but you don't know where to put them and they don't really have their own category. So we've got like wind-up toys and keychains and these little magnetic things and little water games, just things that don't really have a home. We have a baby stroller that folds up, a baby buggy, which really needs to be packed away because nobody plays with it, but it's in there for now just to see if they'll play with it. And then over here we still have our princess stove, which is about on its last legs. It looks pretty rough, but my youngest daughter does still like to play with it sometimes, so it is in here for now. That is pretty much everything. I am super excited with how it turned out. It's one more thing off of my to-do list, and I deep cleaned it while I was in here, so I cleaned the window and the blinds and the fan and the baseboards, and everything was taken out and wiped clean and put back and moved and vacuumed and put back, and so everything was cleaned in the process. So it's all clean, it's all organized. It's so nice and so fun to come in here now and play. And even to work out on the treadmill, I don't come in here and like kill myself trying to get through all the junk. It's just such a nice feeling, and I wanted to share it with you guys. I hope you enjoyed coming along on this journey with me to see what it looked like before and what it looks like now. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.